Hola, welcome to Practical Principles, Practical Prince. Today we're playing with tarot. So I've got my cards out like last time. Let me go ahead and get on my phone so I can show you through that. Blah, blah, blah. Dashboard. Yes, take me straight there. I think it's trying to be helpful. It's only going so well. Browser cannot play this video. Is it just showing it to me? That wouldn't be very useful. Oh, that's what it is. I forgot. Restream, for whatever reason, on iOS at least, only works on Safari. So let me switch over to that. And hopefully it'll play nicer. Go to the event. Yeah. I don't want to edit the event. And I just want to enter the live studio. But I should be muted. Let's see if it'll connect to with the desktop setup. Okay, that's muted. I mean, I can see it on my phone, but you're still seeing the desktop as far as I can tell. So that's making me think that it is not on the same page. No, I don't need another tab. Well, let's see what happens when I... No, it doesn't even have go live. And it's removed the menu. So that's a lot of useless. That would be terribly unfortunate if it's... Okay, so it knows the event is live. But for whatever reason, it wants to play dumb. Well, so this is the Destiny deck. That's the box it came in. Backs look like that. And now I need to shuffle it in because the randomness at least feels important. But yeah, so to clarify, I don't claim any supernatural gift. Hey, Midnight. Yeah. The guy I know, like a friend or a new guy. I don't know about pendulums. You're talking like hypnosis or like the pendulum picking an answer? Because I know my parents have like a desktop toy that will allow you to ask a question, and then it's basically like a magic 8-ball. It's got a couple answers and it'll randomly land on one. I'll have to look into pendulum, but I don't have anything for that right now. But so, new guy or someone you know. Okay. Do they already exist, or like are these hypothetical people. Okay. Will you end up with the guy? I mean, so we'll definitely want a card for you. Stick you here. And if I can get the phone working, I'll show you that. Otherwise, I might just turn the laptop or something. We'll want a card representing, well, let's start with, which did you start with? Person you know. That's going on the left. And then a new person. Stick that on the right. So I've got a little Y shape going right now. And, I've got cards sticking together. Who knows what that is now? Okay. And then we'll do a card between you and the existing guy was left, right? Yeah. Okay. And then a card between you and the new guy. This isn't going to be definitive per se. And then I guess you want to know long term which one you end up with. And I'm not sure how I would represent that in the pattern. I mean, I'm kind of inclined to just stick one in the middle of the Y. That's sort of like the long-term outcome. Well, that's good, because if you're not, then obviously these should all be swords or something. So let's go ahead. Let me show you the layout so that you at least have some idea what I'm talking about. So turn, blinding light, and then, yeah, so I've got you here. Here's the existing guy. Here's the new guy. Your relationship with them individually. And then this will represent the long term. And I mean, I'm not an actual psychic, so bear that in mind. And who knows if psychics even exist, so that's up for you to decide. But, so we'll go ahead and flip your card. Perfect. So we've got 2 of swords. Not bad, if I remember right. And I'll pull up my little document, my cheat sheet on it. But the 2 of swords deals with choices. The artwork has one sword going one way, one sword going the other way. There we are. And now I just need to share that. So let me print. Perfect. And we can go ahead and make this a little bigger. So here we are, 2 of swords. Sometimes it is difficult to see which way you must go. 2 of swords represents that conflicting ideas must be resolved so that you can see the clear path ahead. There may be many choices that you are presented with at this time. I mean, you're obviously interested in just the 2. You must create a quiet mental space to seek clarity. The solution may not be obvious, however, well, I must be honest with love, is it ever? However, in order to make a decision, you must rest and restore your inner peace. This can be done through meditation. Take a moment of rest before you make an important decision. So, and you talk about being open and ready for love. So, presumably you've already done that, but the card suggesting that, or at least the author of the guide is suggesting that you might want to take a small break, take a step back, to think about things a bit. I mean, if to apply that to you, they're worried you might be rushing a bit. So there's that. So let's go with the existing guy, right? Yeah, friend, existing. Okay. And we've pulled up. Oh, I didn't even show you this. My gosh. How ballsy of me. So this is what I was referencing, and you've got the Two of Swords there on the left. So Seven of Cups talks about opportunity, but also confusion. So if you want to briefly look at Two of Swords, or I guess I'll go ahead and move on to Cups. Let me know if you want to go back to that, though. But this is streaming to YouTube, so there should be a video there if you just want to go back later. Seven of Cups. So right side. The Seven of Cups is shown with 7 floating chalices. A chalice is just a cup, each offering a gift or beginning. It is up to you to discern what is feasible. You are confronted with many choices, and while the 7 card brings the potential for incredible opportunities, it is unclear what is real and what is fantasy. You need to make a choice by paying attention to your intuition. And I can sympathize there. I know you want an answer instead. Go with the flow and trust that you have a higher wisdom to make the correct decisions. As it has been said, what is meant for you will not pass by you. I'm not familiar with that particular quote. But yeah, I mean, obviously this is calling out the potential for a partner that you're already seeing. So I don't know that there's anything really crazy or insightful there. Yeah, you're right. You've got choices. So let's see what the new guy has in store. Oh, so we got a major arcana card, Justice. Let's go ahead and pull that up. Flip over Justice. I feel like I haven't gotten a major one for a while. The Justice card reminds us that for every action, there is a reaction. Our karmic lessons allow us to grow and move towards the purpose and the life we are meant to live. This card benefits those who are deserving and honest and seeks retribution for those who have been dishonest. The scales of justice signify that if you have made good decision using integrity and perspective, then the outcome is in your favor. Justice will be served and order will be restored. Find balance between your home life, your relationships, and your work. Stand tall in your truth and accept all responsibility in your actions. As far as telling you about the other person you're looking at, I mean, I'm keying in on the karma part, which I'm not sure that you'll be able to see at this point in your relationship with them. Because, I mean, he's new. You've only known him for a short while, so you don't know what history might come back to bite him or benefit him. So, and how that affects you, I'm not sure yet. But let's go ahead and I mean, yeah, I'm leaning towards Seven of Cups too right now. You're the old guy, as you say. But I don't know. I mean, myself as an individual, I have a strong sense of justice. So I relate to the Justice card in a sense. And I feel like in my life, at least, I've made pretty good decisions. So I feel like that just means more good is coming to me. And so I don't know if you've got a guy like that. It could also be the flip side where he's got a rough time coming. So, and that doesn't mean he's a bad partner per se. Just means you reap what you sow. And unfortunately, you don't know what he sowed before meeting you. So let's go back to Seven of Cups, the old guy, and the relationship with him. And we drew a Six of Swords, which, I mean, swords is generally not too favorable to people. So let's see. I mean, you got swords for yourself, but that one's not too bad. I feel like two of any suit usually deals with choices. But here, Six of Swords represents the quiet passage from a situation or relationship following a certain hardship, enjoying a period of peace. Perhaps you must take a moment of rest from a relationship or responsibilities. This moment of rest and recharge may lead you to explore a new environment or perhaps take you to a new spiritual direction. When this card shows up in a reading, it can be a sign that things are getting better and calmer moments lie ahead. This card can also signify a physical journey you are about to embark upon. You are transitioning to a better place that you may find yourself again. So yeah, I mean, so far that seems completely positive. All the stuff we've got about the old existing guy, the old guy. I hope he's not that old. I'd feel bad about that. Is the guy friend the old friend? Because, I mean, yeah, if you need space, you need space. Hey, Victor. So far, I mean, yeah, the cards have been all about him, or at least in his favor as far as we can tell. Okay, yeah. I mean, so now we've got a couple people here. So back to Midnight. I mean, it sounds like that guy is still an option, even though you had to turn him away. So as long as you've got a clear reading on that, I mean, everything's in favor so far. Victor, hold on to your question for a sec and get ready for that. Let me finish this reading for Midnight. Not that Midnight really needs it, because it sounds like we've already got her answer, or his answer. Sorry. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and finish that. Ooh, Eight of Swords for the new guy. Okay. Do I even need to look at that? I'm pretty sure it's dealing with mental entrapment. This guy probably has issues that he needs to work through. I've seen this card before. I'm pretty sure it's mental entrapment, and he's got to work through it. So let me know if you actually want to see the guide, but I'll go on to the long-term card. Three of Pentacles for the long-term turnout. Okay. The energy of the Three of Pentacles is one of creativity, artistry, and collaboration. Makes perfect sense for a relationship. And creativity could relate to like actual creation, birth, and whatnot. When you are ready to let your talents shine in public. It often appears when you are ready to launch a business, communicate to a large group, or take an idea and materialize it into form. This card is often called the Architect, which means that you create a lasting project that will withstand the test of time. Yeah, as far as this reading goes, I'm pretty sure it's in favor of your old guy. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure we've got our answer there. I'll take a picture of this. I don't know how I would send it to you, but just in case we want that for reference. too light on the button. Want to get as close as I can, just in case we get detail. You may or may not see it. If I figure out the social media connections, I'll do a post or something. But I couldn't find that last time I was looking. Okay. Sounds good. So Victor, you did an interview, it sounds like, with a team. Let me start shuffling the cards. All right. And it sounds like you basically have a yes/no question, whether or not they'll offer you the job. Is that an accurate understanding? Because based on that, I would probably just do a yes/no read. But if you want more details or something, because yeah, is it just will they offer you the job? Or I guess you're probably typing. Let me give you some time to type and I'll keep shuffling. Again, I'm not a psychic. I don't claim a gift per se. But if you believe in a higher power, supernatural force that could speak through me to you, then by all means, enjoy that. But as far as I'm concerned, this is fun. More details, both. What do you mean by both? And I guess let me just highlight for anybody else who wants to watch. YN team will offer me the job after interviewing. Because I'm not quite sure what details we're going to. Yes, no, with some explanation. I guess like what kind of, well, I guess let's start with the yes, no, and then we'll probably just do, you have two different things. Yeah, let's just start with yes, no for now. And then based on that, let's dig into it. So shuffle. So with the yes, no, let me pull up that spread so that you know what I'm doing. Yes or no. So I used to think it was just a single card flip, and I'm sure you still could do a single card flip, but the author of this deck, who wrote this guide, suggests this 3-card spread. So I'll lay those out. And then, I mean, statistically, I want to say like yes cards are about like 80%, and then you've got your no's, neutrals, and exceptions. That's about 1 in 5 chance that we'll see one of those for one of the cards. Well, for a given card, I don't know what the odds would be for just any one of them being like that. I guess it would be 0.8 cubed and then subtracted from 1, because that would be all yeses. But anyways, let me go ahead and drop that. So for the first card, we've got Hanged Man, which is a neutral card. It sounds morbid, but when you read the card and its description, or at least in the decks that I've dealt with, it's dealing with a change in perspective. That, I don't know how to say that. It's usually dealing with a major shift. It's not like a little nugget, which is why there's the hanged part to it. It's similar to death in that there's a major shift going on, but usually it's just dealing with perspective. And actually, you won't be able to see the card, will you? So let me, this is page 77. Let me grab that real quick. And I'll go to it so that you can see the card. If my phone were working, I would show you with that. And there we have it, Hanged Man. So you see these notes on it: enlighten, surrender. Basically, you're going to have to go through a change in perspective, is what this usually refers to. And then I'll leave that there for a moment. And I'm going to go ahead and take a sneak peek at the next card. Oh my gosh, you've got, okay, I'll let you finish. But, and that's good enough. You can look at the video if you want to get into more details. The second card you got was the Fool, which is another major arcana. And this is usually dealing with beginnings. Because the idea is that you have to have the humility and know that you don't know everything, basically, to start a journey, to start progressing. So in the context of the yes, no, let's jump back to there, because I'm not sure where they would classify this. Okay, so I'm not seeing it in any of these, so I defaults to a yes card. So sounds promising. For our third card, we have the Sun. You've got 3 major arcanas. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's a yes card. I'm not seeing it on any of the others. Find that. There we go. And I haven't, well, yeah, I don't really remember the definition for this. Success, security, powerfully uplifting, which represents happiness, joy, and optimism. When it comes up, it is a positive sign that you are moving in the right direction, which for yes-no reading makes a lot of sense. So let's go back to the spread, because we had the Hanged Man, which was neutral, but the rest were yeses. So we fall into this category. Positive outcome is likely, but may take time to come about. And so, I mean, these cards individually are pretty powerful. In the context of your job and an offer, I'm not quite sure. I mean, the Hanged Man, I'd probably say, so you got a yes. So likely you'll get an offer. Hanged Man would tell me that your job is probably going to stretch you in a way, and you'll have to change your perspective, have to look at the world in a different way, or at your work in a different way from what you learned on that. But otherwise, yeah, it'll be a new beginning and successful as far as these cards can tell. So I know I said that we would do details afterwards, but I think this might have touched on everything you were concerned about. So let me know if you've got questions, I guess. I'll go ahead and take a picture for myself. And if I figure out posting to social media, then we'll go ahead and send it out that way. Ooh, I mean, the Fool is, I mean, it refers to beginnings, journeys. It's not so clear on these cards just because of how the deck is designed. It has a more geometrical approach. But let me see if I can find my card, the card in here. Because this one, this deck that I'm holding, the Lost Forest, was, well, it is a bit more artistic, more colorful. It's got a little more story built into it, in a sense. So it's, well, I'll set that aside just for reference. And unfortunately, I don't have a digital document to accompany that one. If this is the last card, I hope I can pass it. Yeah, very last card. Goodness. And I'll try to get close. So this is from the Lost Forest deck. And so you see the Fool, the person, entering the Lost Forest. The idea being they're beginning a journey into the unknown, in a sense. And that's partly indicated with the moon. But just the general idea of the wilderness and that you go somewhere. So in that sense, it talks about a journey. Whether or not that'll translate to like a literal physical journey, I wouldn't be able to say, because you could have a spiritual journey, you can have a journey in your career, could be what this is. So that's the one closest to indicating movement. Thanks. Was there anything else we wanted to touch on there, or does that cover it? Oh, and I just wanted to show, this is the Hanged Man from this deck, which is so pretty. I love the art in this deck. And then this is the Hanged Man from the deck I was using for this new deck. So you can get a sense of the different styles. No problem. Hope it was good, and I hope it's accurate. Again, I'm not a medium, or maybe I am, but I'm not a willing or witting medium, I guess. But yeah, hopefully it pans out in the way we talked about, because who doesn't want to believe in magic like that? All right, thanks, Victor. Unless you've got other questions, I'll probably end the stream, because, well, if you don't have people to read for it, there's no readings to do. And I should probably shuffle. Well, I'll shuffle that one again. This one I'll go ahead and shuffle some more. Okay. Take care. Thanks, everybody. Have a good one.